They say well-behaved women rarely make history, which is why today I feel convicted to explore the astrology behind my favorite saloon-smashing historical figure, born on this day 179 years ago, Miss Carrie A. Nation. Carrie Nation was a crusader for the temperance movement, which led to the prohibition of alcohol. And honestly, I know how most of us feel about prohibition, whether it is an herb or a beverage, but in my historical studies, I really came to appreciate the temperance movement and how intertwined it was with women's rights. It was primarily led by women who faced firsthand the turmoils of living with violent men at home, with a lot of misdirected blame and alcohol. At its roots, the temperance movement uplifted women's right to safety in their own home and our rights to be heard. And Carrie Nation was a woman who demanded to be heard. She began her activism after her first husband died from excessive alcohol use. And at first, she played nice, but eventually grew dissatisfied with the lack of results. So she came up with the effective tactic of using a hatchet. She would march into saloons across Kansas and Missouri, singing and praying as she smashed bars to pieces, often to the tune of accompanying women singing hymns with her. She had a Sagittarius sun, and if you get most of your astrological insight from memes, you might have this misconception of Sagittarius as this open-minded, free spirit, but this is not necessarily the case. Sagittarius can actually get pretty dogmatic about beliefs, like the fiery, passionate energy of an evangelist, or an atheist who wants to debate you about belief all the time. No matter which end of the spectrum, Sagittarius energy is centered around personal belief and philosophy. And she has her Mercury here as well, so her mind is wrapped up more in beliefs rather than the facts and details. This is the quintessential energy of preachiness and feeling convicted to share a religious message. Mercury is in a close trine to Pluto in Aries, and she had an air of magnetic authority that supported the righteous, destructive way she spread her message. This also likely played a huge role in people actually listening to her because Pluto is a magnetizing force. You really can't look away when Pluto's involved. If you'd like a deeper dive on the astrology of this legendary figure, please see my Substack newsletter at mercurialgirlastro.com.